And welcome back, everybody. This is it. First double box since the reload. How is everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll let everybody start settling in before we break. We have a pretty good room tonight. I think we got 15 or 16 different owners, which is pretty packed. Obviously for a Sunday, 36 boxes, 36 spots. We'll be doing 136, 135 box odds. We're taking two boxes, of course. Yeah, so it's a pretty good crowd. Obviously, most of our regulars are represented. We got Timu from over in Finland's grabbed the spot. Who else we got in tonight? Ron's back. Good to see Ron back. Big Al, of course, is in with us. Adam R. James M. CK. Timu over in Finland. Jason M. Mike H. Larry V. Ryan S. and Shirley Mike A. Our Sunday visitors, both here. Thomas M. recovering. Very, very good. Dale's closing it. Thank you very much, Dale. Keandre Miller, Adidas. Beautiful jersey. Obviously, he's now a regular on the blue line for Carolina. Very nice jersey. Let's say we had the alternate reverse retro, I think was the old Keandre Miller had, but now we have the regular Adidas. Very, very nice. Okay, Dale C. closing us. Going for the closer mojo. There it is. Dale C. knows that it exists. Plus, he's also a bit on a heater. Thomas M. hasn't hit since he hit back-to-back doubles the last couple of weeks, but he's still kind of warm. James M. hit last Sunday. Big Al's hit recently. So some of you guys have hit semi-recently. Some of you guys are on looking to break some streaks, but thank you very much, Dale. Good luck to you. Good luck to all you guys. Like I said, we got who else? Brett G's in the spot. Nick F grabbed one of the unsolds. Dale now has, I think, 2 spots, correct, with the closer mojo. So it's a pretty good crowd. Like I said, it's not often we have up to 15 on a Sunday. Usually we're in a little over a dozen or so, but 15 is, well, especially with spots getting down into the mid to low 20s is what it's been like the last couple Sundays. But 15 different people in, or 16 different people in tonight with 36 spots. So it's pretty good. Like I said, 1 per 2 people, maybe more, will go walk away happy. We do have a trigger box. 81, which is our oldest box from May. If that hits, I will also give away the free jersey that's sitting on top of that box, just to remind myself. Let me see, where's the box there? It's up high. There it is. 81 hits. The box above it has a nice licensed authentic jersey, which will be given away to all the spots. Of course, tonight there's 36 spots. 36 people have a chance with that, whether you hit that first box or second box. Doesn't matter. All 36 spots tonight will be eligible to hit that. I do have another giveaway coming up. I told you, since we're doing Christmas Eve week, we'll be doing Tuesday and Wednesday that week, where everybody's going to be off for Christmas. And then the reload is actually that coming Sunday after that. So that Christmas Eve, which is the last box before the reload is in, because those spots will go live that Tuesday. We will have a jersey giveaway. I have her in a box as well, so that will also be given away. Can't remember what that is. Oh, okay. It's another licensed with legit COA. I actually have Fanatics, and there's David Adams. Can't remember what's got on it, but yeah. So yeah, like I said, I'm not giving away any, no custom being given away. Right now, I'm giving away, fully licensed. And authenticated jerseys for you guys, like the holiday spirit, just to celebrate. Like I said, we're up to boxes 560 and 561 tonight. That means we're probably in the 580 total jerseys just for my boxes. It's pretty impressive. I had some contact with some people we haven't seen and we haven't heard from recently. Obviously, it's nice for them to send me some notes. Obviously, they have some jerseys available to me. I've been grabbing stuff. It's been a good weekend for grabbing some jerseys for future breaks. I have a couple that arrived from JSA, I was saying. I have 2 I just sent out to JSA, and I have 2 more on the way to me that have to get sent to JSA. So with a 2-week turnaround, those last 2 that are still coming to me may not make it. Obviously, we'll be reloading. It'll be 3 weeks, so those 2 won't probably be in the next reload. The 2 I have on the way to JSA right now, they probably will get back to me in time for that, but we'll see. Like I said, I have to have everything in-house by that middle. And that would, with that being Christmas Eve week and Christmas the holiday, I definitely have to have everything, in my hands by that, Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest. So that's gonna be rough, especially with Christmas shipping. It's not always delayed because obviously they work extra hard to make sure everybody gets their stuff early enough that, for Christmas time. So I don't think my stuff will be directly affected, but it's still in the system. So as we know, Christmas time could gum up the shipping works. But like I said, I don't want to guarantee that those on the way to JSA will get back to me in time, but I really hope they would. As of right now, I think I have like a dozen or so, not counting. Well, no, they get 10 so far. We're still grabbing stuff. I'm still working on my end, trying to find good stuff for you guys. Like I said, I have 5 or 6 here in the bin, which are ready to go. I have a couple. I think I have 4 probably that are already, something's boxed up in the 36 boxes. So it's either an alternate version of something that's boxed up or it's just November summer, whatever it may be. I do have a backup for 4 of the jerseys. So I'm rooting for them basically because I would like to see them hit because then I can always cycle in one of my backup jerseys. But I'm not rooting for or against any of you guys. I know that we're going to have at least 2 winners tonight, maybe 3 if we hit the trigger box. But no audio. You got no audio? Something on your end because it's picking up audio on me. Definitely either refresh you or see if anybody else. Let me know if anybody else is not having audio. Let me know. There we go. Thomas M is getting it. So Thomas M is just getting out of the hospital. If he's got audio, I know audio is working. So, so yeah, check on your end, Dale, because like I said, I got the little sensor in front of me on the screen, and it's showing movement with the audio. So it's definitely picking up on my end, just making sure. But yeah, so what was it, at least 4 people in here. So we'll see if anybody else wants to stop by. I don't want to break too early. It's pretty weak hockey night. Obviously, there's a couple of games that got tied up late. Vegas scored. Hurdle the Turtle scored with under a minute to tie that game against the Rangers. They're playing, I think, quick tonight. Anaheim's blowing out Chicago. They're up 3-0. Added 2 goals in the third. So or in the second rather. So that's after 2. That's 5-0 Anaheim. So they're basically mopping up the rink with the Hawks tonight. Not good. Washington's now up 2-0 on Columbus. That's almost over. That's in the last minute of the third. Everything else was earlier. I saw Colorado beat the Flyers early. There it is, on purpose. Okay, there you go. So that's why there's no sound. I said, let me send it to you. There you go. Yeah, they're giving up a lot of goals, ladies. So I mean, like I said, obviously Spencer Knight may be the long-term answer for them. He's played really well. Their defense, I'm watching their defense. They got too much young guys on their defense to really play at a high level in the NHL. I'm like, Lev Shinov was a top, 5 pick or top 3 pick. Rinzel, he's obviously more talented offensively than as a defender. And, obviously they're trying to jumpstart their power play, which has been pretty putrid. And blown out by the Kings, but that's because Kemper was on his game. And Kemper is not messing around. He's been fantastic. Anybody's not watching regular Kings games, they know how good he's been. He's just another one of those products that when shipped out of Minnesota has actually excelled where he's landed. It's happened numerous times, and Minnesota's done well with their goaltending situation up there. Obviously, Gustafson and obviously what's the name lost his first game of the year last night, but they produced some pretty solid goaltending elsewhere after they've left Minnesota. So it's not just their system that they used to have a system which really catered to that, but their goalies have played well when they've landed elsewhere. And obviously Kemper's another example of that. I think he had a goal end up in Colorado or Edmonton was played really well from leaving there. Like I said, they've done well when their goalies have left there. So, and Kemper's proven he's legit number 1. Put up good numbers with the Kings. Like the Kings are good because obviously you got Dowdy on the back line, and obviously they got the great young player Brant Clark. He's not a great defender yet, but he's another one of these guys with crazy offensive skills. Had his first ever 2-goal game last night. They were both legit goals. I mean, they're snappers from the high point. I mean, one was a perfect screen by Corey Perry because that's what he's paid to do, and the other one was a really, really gorgeous no look. He looked the pass and he decided to rip it short side. So that was beautiful watching Brant Clark's goals last night against the Hawks. But yeah, the Hawks didn't bounce back today. They're getting smoked by Anaheim. So they walked into California and decided to get pounded back-to-back nights. So if you look at that, they're down 10-0 their last two games. So they're definitely not, showing that they're – I mean, obviously Anaheim is legit. I mean, they're a good young team with great young players. Seneca's got another goal tonight. He's one of the top rookie scorers. Their Ranger castoffs, Trouba scored. Obviously, Kreider's having a great year. Like I said, they're another team that's kind of working their way. I think Dostal got hurt, so I'm not sure exactly what their goaltending situation will be long term, but I think they're like 17-10 and something. So I mean, they're clearly here for real. They may be, like I said, these teams out west seem to be. I mean, the Kings are still good. San Jose's got, great players. I mean, Celebrini had another kid empty that goal today and a couple of assists. So obviously that San Jose team is trying to make their waves. Anaheim is another team that's doing the same thing. So those teams out west are taking the next steps. So I expected the teams like the Devils and the Senators to do. Buffalo's not quite ready for that, I guess, but those teams in the East are kind of doing the same thing. I just think it's a much muddier top to bottom in the East in the playoff situations. Out West, you got the cream of the crop, obviously, with Colorado and Dallas and Vegas. Like those are clearly the three, I think, best teams out West over the long haul. I mean, they've got Colorado and Vegas have won cups. Edmonton's been there the last 2 years, and they're still figuring out what they're doing in goal. And they smoked last night. They put up big numbers. So I mean, the West games are definitely worth watching. I just wish we had more late games on tonight. They decided not to have any late games after the Vegas just won it in overtime against the Rangers. So that was a bad loss by them. Obviously, getting Hurdle in the last minute and giving up the game winner in overtime by Vegas was not good for the Rangers. Anaheim, like I said, they're smoking the Hawks, and that's in the end of two. So by the time I get done here and I start doing my wrap-up stuff and listing the stuff for next week to start Tuesday, I'll probably maybe catch like the last bit of that game. But that's it. I wish we had more hockey on tonight. I know the Chiefs were down 10-0. If anybody's watching the football, I was not, but I did see the score. So they're playing the Texans. So it's a weird world we're living now, where the Chiefs are no longer a valid playoff team, and the Texans and like the Colts and the Bears and those teams have all risen from the depths and decided to become legit playoff teams. So I mean that's the NFL, that if you're watching that on a regular basis. But so like I said, I mean obviously we're about almost everybody's a third of the way through the hockey season, so you're getting a pretty good read on who might be legit. Teams are dinged up. I watched my Bolts try to win games the last couple weekend. They got smoked by the Islanders twice. They're now down without Cooch, without Point, without Vasilevsky, without McDonough still. They did get Hedman back, but he definitely wasn't in midseason form last night. Pats, Jags, and Broncos looked up. They do. Like I said, the Pats just got their quarterback, it looks like. Drake May. He's just been unbelievable. I mean, you can say what you want, but they seem to step in it and keep winning with their quarterbacks. Obviously, they have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and Drake May seems to be answering the bell. And they've had other options, and they just moved on and at the right time. And that seems to be fine for that. The Broncos at times don't look as menacing as they could. Obviously, these teams are all kind of building on defense and putting up some numbers. Jags, maybe Trevor Lawrence is here for real. We'll see if they can do some playoff damage. Colts, I think they lost their quarterback. I think he went Daniel Jones. I think he had a non-contact Achilles injury today. That happened today. I think I saw something on the ticker, and that's terrible. Obviously, he's been Jekyll and Hyde lately, but obviously they had their running back had like 9 touchdowns in like 4 games. So like I'm not sure if the Colts are going to be able to keep them going. I think he's still one of the best records in the East. Oh, he is done, definitely done. I know it said it was a non-contact Achilles injury, and that never sounds good. I said obviously mean, you never want to see anybody get hurt. You never want to see Achilles injuries, but non-contact Achilles injuries is pretty much end of your season. So, yeah, the Broncos they finally do look good. Obviously, they're another team that's trying to figure out. They've been swapping out pieces. They drafted high. They drafted skill players high. Yeah, the Colts might be in trouble, obviously, without Daniel Jones, who, for whoever thought Daniel Jones would be one of the best quarterbacks in the league, here we are, 2025. But obviously, without him, they're going to have a tough time, tough go of it. Obviously the divisions will be tightening up. Obviously, the Eagles play tomorrow night, and they've been feeding. They lost the last two, and they probably could have lost two before that. But as defending Super Bowl champion, obviously they're still the first place probably locked up in the division because the Cowboys were fraudulently coming back. So I mean, they'll probably host a playoff game no matter what. That doesn't always mean anything anymore, and these teams don't. These teams lose home games nowadays. So but they need to fix their ship if they want to make noise in the playoffs because the NFC is weird because any of these teams look like they could lose. Like the Rams aren't, a powerhouse. These teams could lose any given week. I mean, the Bears, their quarterback is definitely not the answer. They had so many chances to put up points against the Eagles. I mean, part of this Eagles defense played really good, but not great. They gave up like 200 yards, or they about 200-yard rushes last week. That's absurd. It hadn't happened since Walter Payton did it in like 85. Like the Bears hadn't had 100 rushes in the same game. And like when you're giving up, they basically were a bend no break defense. They kept giving up, yardage in the running game and nothing in the real passing game. And obviously they couldn't put points on the board, but ended up when it came down to it, they got a couple scoring drives when they needed, touchdown drives, and they held off the Eagles. So, I mean, the Rams, like you said, they might be the best team. They might be. But like I said, and you're proving that none of these teams is powerhouses. Like any of them can have a bad week, and then you get pounced. And, I mean, that's all it takes to lose now. I mean, obviously in the playoffs, you're one and done with the NFL playoffs. But you want to get those buys. You want to rest up a week, get you guys healthy, and obviously come out swinging. But I'm not putting money on any of these football teams because I don't believe any of them are locks to win the Super Bowl. And, as of right now, it's pretty much a toss up. Obviously, and who knows? Maybe the Eagles repeat. I mean, obviously, there is just as likely to do that. But like I said, with hockey being full swing, I've been half watching most of the football games. And they've been all over the place. They've been playing everywhere. Obviously, played in Europe. I think played in Mexico City again. Like they played on weird days. Obviously, we had Friday games. Obviously, with the Eagles last week, and with Thanksgiving games. Obviously, Monday game. I think Tuesday's the only game we haven't had games. I think it's weird. Like Saturday and Sunday, obviously, you're used to having football in there. But like that's true. Like I said, nobody is injury proof at this point in time. Nobody has that. But there are teams where if they lose the big player, you gotta have questions. Obviously, Daniel Jones going down for Indy, and never would have said that the team was Daniel Jones away from being a train wreck. And here we are. I mean, obviously he had a great year, and obviously they played up, big numbers from the running back, and then he goes down. These teams don't have plan Bs that can win Super Bowls. It's just not the case anymore. Obviously, the Eagles did it one year when they had to, when they had to go to backup when Wentz went down. But I mean that's that's almost like lightning in a bottle. But I don't think anybody of these teams is planning to win in the playoffs, with their backups in any position. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, we're here. Like I said, reload tonight. We're up to 36 boxes. We'll be down to 34. I have to get the spot price preview ready for you guys. I'll try to get that up before I start listing stuff on eBay. I'll get that up tonight. We'll be down to 34 boxes for Tuesday, 33 on Thursday. Of course, we're only doing obviously we have 12 boxes before the next reload. So it'll be tonight and this week, and then we have two more. Last week is going to be abbreviated. It'll be the Sunday double on Christmas Eve week, and then we'll do Tuesday and Wednesday that week. And then, of course, everybody's going to be off on Christmas. And then, Zach Ertz, another one that went out the year. I saw that. Another year-ending injury. And then, of course, like I said, we'll off Christmas and the following days, and then we'll be back on that Sunday, which will be the first day with the reload. So I got tons of extra work doing, getting pictures ready, making sure everything's in-house. Then, of course, I got to do the boxing up video probably that Saturday or maybe even next Sunday morning. Just when they're going to do it. But I appreciate you guys stopping by when we were doing it. I just went live yesterday just to throw the pictures up in the video. So you guys have a good look at everything. It's a fun reload. I'm sure you guys liked it. I saw some nice bidding on eBay. You guys had a good time chasing spots. Like I said, not always sure exactly how a reload's going to go over. I mean, I know some spots are going to be huge, but I always wonder to see some of the other stuff. Where's it going to find some love? And you guys had a pretty good time with it. I think only one of the reload spots finished at the minimum. I think that was just the Connect Me, which is a nice Flyers fanatic. Everything else, obviously Freddie Anderson was an unsold spot. So, but everything else got at least the minimum, a little bit above. And there were a couple big battles. So good luck to you guys. Good luck to everybody. I am not unhappy if anything comes out, no matter whether it's our oldest spot, box 81, I'll give away a freebie. Whether it's one of the minimum bid spots, I think we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 7 or 8 minimum bid spots. One of the monsters. We've done pretty good with some monsters. Dennis Savard was huge hit last week. Obviously, the Armory Yager Rangers hit. That was huge. Said, he's got outbid on like Dick Duff, man. I'm telling you, it's another. Oh yeah, Ryan S. stepped up and won the Dick Duff today. Dick Duff, man, that's a legend, a Montreal legend. Look up when you have time. Just Google Dick Duff. Still alive. I think he's like 92 years old. Multiple Stanley Cup winning. For one of those Montreal Canadian legends, and it's nice to see a nice license from him. It's good to see him. Anytime you see one of the Canadians legends, when you see on one of these licensed jerseys, definitely want to grab them because they probably sit there and sign, loose numbers and they make them into customs, and they've been doing that for years. But when you see some nice licensed stuff, I'm always willing to grab that because that's fun for you guys to get some history, throw some legends in there, some Hall of Famers. Obviously, it's not just a end of the bench guy. The dude was one of their bigger scorers, and obviously multiple cups with that Montreal Canadiens dynasty. So it's always good for me to grab some from some of the old timers, some of the legend guys in there for you guys. And like I said, it's pretty good reload with a lot of current players. A couple that are actually big time stars. The Brady Kachuk is huge. Obviously, Coffey is one of the greatest defensemen ever. Joe Saki is huge. Dino Ciccarelli, I'm surprised that didn't see more love. That's an absolute beautiful CCM Detroit Red Wings vintage, like throwback to their 1926-27 style. Like I said, I didn't look it up. I know they wore that exact jersey style in one of the 6 cups. There it is, 6 cups for Dick Duff. That Ciccarelli, that was a style they wore in one of the Winter Classics. I don't know which one. It was definitely after that was made and signed, because that was like it's even on the label stuff, it's a vintage CCM Detroit Red Wings. So they must have decided after using that for one of their they haven't seen that, they decided, let's use that for the Winter Classic. So but pretty cool. Like I said, we'll see. Yeah, Theo. We got Theo in there. Love the Theo. That's a vintage Fanatics, I believe, on the Theo. Calgary Flames. Yeah, because the Calgary Flames, that's with the white logo, right? Because they've changed their C on the Flaming C. They've had your red, of course, on the away jerseys, the white jerseys, and they got black, and they've had white on the home jerseys. And I think it's a yellow one. Is it yellow? Can't remember what that one is. Like I said, I know Flames have changed numerous times. Obviously my Kipper, is a black C on the front of his red Flames jersey, and that's my my wall cling. It is a Kipper with the black C on his. But so good luck, everybody. Got the U in front. I got all 15 on the shelves. 3 rows of 5 or 3 shelves of 5 each. So 15 new boxes, 8 from the second to last reload. So of the 36 boxes, 23 are from the last 2 reloads. So we got only 1 box left from May, which is the 81 trigger box. But then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs, which have either 2 or 3 boxes. So I don't know what's in any other box other than 81. So we'll see what happens tonight. Good luck, everybody. Let's get the going. Like I said, no real hockey late to watch tonight. So obviously just 1 game, and third will be the Hawk getting lit up. And like I said, I'll be doing all kinds of post-break work, but doing pretty good. Like I said, JSA is doing me well. I've been getting stuff back from them. Really happy with their stuff. And, of course, I've been grabbing jerseys pretty much left and right regularly. So we'll see. Always thinking about you guys. Let's see what we got tonight. So let's get my randoms up. Let me do my dice roller. There it is. Dice roller. Where's my random? Oh, yeah. And where's my list? Okay. Like I said, I added all the names. So if we do hit the box 81, I have the list of names, including all the reload names. So 36 names are in the next field if we have to go to that. So we'll do that 7 times for that winner if we do hit 81. But as of right now, 5 or more for our first box. We'll back that box number out. They'll do 5 or more for our second box, like we do always. No changes there. So good luck, everybody. Hope you're trying to stay warm where you are. The entire country is in a freeze zone right now, but no real precipitation here in Jersey. I know it was snowing up in Buffalo. They were playing in that last year before they get a roof on their football field. So that'll go bye-bye. But here we go. 5 or more, guys. Let's do it on our first box. What do we got? 7 times, the most common die roll. 7 times for our first box. Boxes here in order. 81 from May. 2332 from June. 3 boxes from July. 2 from August. 2 from September. 3 from October. 8 from November, which is 3 through 12. And the December reload, it's going to be second December reload. So December reload number 1 is boxes 13 through 24. 23 has been skipped as well. So we've had to skip 81 and 23. So here we go. So all the way up 7 times. Good luck, everybody. Cannot wait to see what comes out tonight. 36 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the first box we're going to open up is going to be box number 27. There it is. Reload 27. 7 times. Box 27. 7 times. Oh, it's going to be one of those reloads. Okay. 27. Let me see. Let's see if we do once or twice. 27 it is. There it is. Like I said, I have zero idea what's in any of these boxes. So good luck to everybody. 27 on our first box. Second last box. 27. We did through 28. So 27 it is. So 5 or more in our second box. It's going to be 7 again. So here we go. 7 times. Here we go. 7 times, guys. Good luck, everybody. 35 boxes. Let's do it. 35. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the second box going. Box going to be 27 and box number 61. 61 is not the oldest box, not the trigger box. 7 times, box 61. 7 times, box 61. So 27 and 61. Good luck, good luck. Okay, see what we got, 61. Where's 61? Oh, boy. 27 and 61. Okay, very good. Okay. It's going to be a good night for us, guys. Feeling it. Let's see what we got. 27 and 61. Very bottom box, right on. So that is from, what do we say, May, June, July. This is August box, 61. 27 and 61. Oh, I'm excited. Let's see what we got. 61. Okay, very, very good. Good luck, everybody. Let's see what we got. Box 27. Good luck from the reload. 1 been boxed up less than 24 hours. Box 27. Where's my list of reload jerseys? Okie dokies. Box 27. What do you got for us? What are you calling your shot? Theo Fleury, Calgary Flames. Theo Fleury. There it is. Calling his shot. AJ Sports, COA. AJ Sports. Theo Fleury. Spending no time in the box. Theo Fleury. There it is. Theo Fleury. Theron Fleury to his family. Theo Fleury. Autograph. Fanatics jersey. Oh, look at that. Speak and you shall receive. Theron, there it is. Incredible it is. Theo Fleury with the white C. Theron Fleury, Fanatics with the tags. Theo Fleury. We hardly knew you, Theo. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, that's a pretty one. Very, very nice. We know whose home that's going to. I believe, let me double check. I wanted to make sure. Just make sure. And that's going to Thomas M. Congratulations. That is amazing. Calls his shot. I think it was single shot mojo to single shot magic. Yes, very good. Theo Fleury comes out to play. Congratulations. Nice that you're here live to see that. That's so much fun. Box 61. Woo! Let's see what we got. Box 61. Let me see. Who's my peoples here? Who's my peoples? What do I got? Box 61. Okay. Let's see what we got. Box 61. I don't have a single clue. A couple options. Let's see what we got. Box 61. What do you got for me? Oh, and this one, this is going to Ron. Congratulations, Ron. Tuvo Teravainen, one of our Finns. Congratulations. Tuvo with a framework COA. Now I was just watching him playing for the Chicago Blackhawks. Tuvo Teravainen. I think he was he an old Blackhawk and he came back to the Blackhawks? Started with I can't remember his timeline. There it is. Tuvo Teravainen. Look at those accent marks on the A's, the I, Reebok. And this is a Carolina Hurricanes. Tuvo Teravainen. There we go with the Hurricane. I love the Reebok. The Reebok logo. Like I said, just like the pro logos, man, they get fully stitched logos. Teravainen, all those letters. You paying by letter? Tuvo Teravainen. There it is. Teravainen's got his own authentic, of course, and the framework. So framework hollow, Teravainen authentic hollow. Very, very nice. Love the Reebok. Love the texture on the Reebok. Such a pretty jersey. Congratulations. 2 red jerseys come out. Different series, but Tuvo and Theo. Congratulations. Thomas M. and Ron. 2 gorgeous hits tonight. Very, very nice. Congratulations, both you guys. Sorry, of course, for everybody that did not hit tonight's. Our odds are now 1 in 34 for Tuesday. So I'll be working, getting that spot price preview up. I'll make sure these are not there. Obviously, these won't go up on eBay for next Sunday, but Tuvo is gone. Theo is gone. So there we go. Congratulations, both you guys. Definitely Thomas M. Little health going your way. Hopefully makes you feel better. Hopefully you're feeling more comfortable now. You told me you were, so hopefully you're feeling better now. Anyway, and congratulations to Ron. I said I knew sent you out a package not too long ago as well. So Tuvo, I thought I said we got a couple of Finns options there. So now we're down to just 1 box in that run, so we know what's in that box. Of course, we have 1 box up there, 81 still. So yeah, so Tuvo hits and Theo hits. So very, very nice. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for your continued love and support. WAFFLEBOARD Breaks could not do it without you guys. And I love doing it for you guys. I love bringing you great jerseys to hit. Such a great reload. 14 now jerseys left from this reload. So now we have, of the 34 boxes, we have 22 from the last 2 reloads, which is pretty crazy. So we did knock out one old one new one tonight. So there we go. Still hurting. There it is. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Hopefully the Theo makes it feel a little bit better, obviously. And yeah, Tuvo going to Ron. I'm not sure when you watch, you usually watch on a delay. So congratulations to you, Ron, as well. You're still, I think, number 3 overall with the hits. You're climbing up there. I think you're definitely in the 40-50 range. But yeah, you've been with us from day one. A bunch of you guys have been here as well. And I love all you guys that have come along since then. Even the guys that have left, you guys have hit and stopped buying spots. And sometimes you come back around. Always welcome you back. You're always welcome here at WAFFLEBOARD Breaks. Like I said, I'm always hunting for good stuff for you guys. So you never know which reload is going to have something you want to target. So make sure you get over to Big Al's tomorrow. Another 2 boxes from his East Coast stuff. And Daryl's break is, I believe, Tuesday, but his next one will be probably listed shortly after that. So I think he's up to box 6 in his series. I think he's up to 30-something total jersey boxes. So he's like 1 in 33. Pick one, get ones over there. So pretty good stuff. So make sure you check out Daryl L. Look for him on Facebook or YouTube. Big Al, of course, most of you guys know. You've been coming, from there or to there, and make sure you stop over there tomorrow for that. And then, of course, be back here Tuesday and Thursday. We'll get the spot price preview up as soon as possible so you guys can get that in and done. And then, of course, I'll be working on getting these spots in on eBay for next Sunday. So there we go. 1 in 34 on Tuesday, 1 in 33 on Thursday, and then we're down to 22 and 21 next Sunday. So just like that, next week the following week will be in the 20s. Like I said, we have now 10 more boxes to go before the reload. We're now down to 34. So we'll see. Like I said, I do have freebies if 81 hits. I got a freebie for Christmas Eve. So thank you much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the terrible Chicago game, and we'll be back here on Tuesday night. So thank you very much, guys. We'll have more breaks. We'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Thank you.